Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking out your time today and listening to That Will Never Work podcast. Of course, this is your host, Maurice, and we have an exciting topic today. Listen, I'm just curious, how many of you are living in your comfort zone? You know, living in your comfort zone, that will never work. Maurice, why do you ask that? Why do you say that, I should say? I say that because if you're constantly in your comfort zone, where are you growing? Where are you experiencing new things in life? Venturing out and having new experiences with your family? Having those moments where you can become that butterfly instead of being tied up in your cocoon. How are you having experiences with your kids and allow them to see that the world is a whole lot bigger and greater than just the corner that y'all live on, the block that you visit every day, just going to the corner store, going to the same mall. The world is very large. Even though it's small in some cases, yes, you do come across people like, hey, I haven't seen you in 15, 20 years. But that's because the world is large. Everyone is not sitting at home, just chilling. So Maurice, how do we get out of our comfort zone? And before I move on, I want you to know that getting out your comfort zone is not always easy. Sometimes it takes you a while to get to a point where you can get to a comfort zone, and then sometimes you become so relaxed in that you can't get out of that. So here's a few things that can assist you in getting out of your comfort zone. One, today. Maybe that day. Listen to me. Talk about being in a comfort zone. Is your first step on getting out of it. Sometimes you just need to hear someone say, hey, you know what, just get up. Just go ahead and do it. Whether you pass or fail, get to the point where you can get out of your comfort zone and make a change. Do something different. See something different. Number two, sometimes you need that one moment that's going to slap you in the face, whether it is losing a job, losing a friend, something like that. Sometimes a loss will get you out of your comfort zone. And even though dealing with loss is not always easy and it's not always the best, but getting out of that comfort zone will allow you to, again, as I keep saying, experience life. Sometimes your friends do not, because they are your friends, sometimes they kind of keep you in the comfort zone. But once you go outside and you maybe you're going to a networking event, the office party, your cousin's birthday party, or your parents' wedding anniversary. See, these moments are key to getting out of that comfort zone. Meeting new people, broadening your horizons. Sometimes you need that pick-me-up to say, you know what, today is the day to get out that comfort zone. The next thing may be wanting to achieve something better. Understand that money is not necessarily happiness. Within your happiness, you can achieve money. But what is your definition of success? And what does that look like? And can you truly achieve it being comfortable? See, and in that understanding success, what are your dreams? Where do you envision yourself in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Or that time when it's time for you to retire. Are you trying to retire at the age of 65? Or are you trying to retire at the age of 45? That's a 20-year difference. And at the same time, while you are retiring at 45, do you actually have the means to continue to live on your own terms moving forward? So being in that comfort zone to reach your level of success, your own definition of success, because keep in mind, success should not be determined on others. It should not be, I mean, it can be influenced, because sometimes you find encouragement through various means. You find encouragement from having a conversation, from seeing something on TV, seeing something in the mall window, renting a car. You're like, wow, I really like this car. I really want something new. I'm tired of feeling the same bumps and my car leaning to the side, or keep changing the same tire because these tires are whack. Those type of things. So what's going to get you out of that comfort zone and get you to that form of success? I want you to understand that the comfort zone is a place where dreams die. I'm going to say that again. The comfort zone is the place where dreams die. As long as you're in that comfort zone, you are not experiencing your greatest self. Maurice, what is my greatest self? It's hard for me to answer that question, because you and I can have that conversation, but I don't know what's necessarily deep down inside. I can see overall, and some people can tell you that I'm a pretty good, decent, or comma decent judge of character, of one who can see the potential in people, who offers opportunities to people. And I'm going to tell you, my judgment on those comes from when I offer opportunities and they do not take advantage of it. Now, judgment can be hard, and we all do it at some point in time. And, we're all at fault for being judgmental. But, and I'm just going to be honest with you. Sometimes I have to say, Maurice, you can't be judgmental, but that's what happens. But if someone offers you an opportunity and you procrastinate it away, you never follow up, you make all types of excuses as to why you won't get out of this comfort zone to be the best you. And again, being in that comfort zone is where dreams die. So Maurice, what if I don't have any dreams or aspirations? Well, maybe you're living your best life now. Maybe you feel like it's your best life. And maybe you feel as though there's nothing more for you to experience, more for you to grasp, more to learn, anything like that. Maybe you've had the best that you believe you've had. So in my mind, you haven't. I think there's always something else new to learn, especially as long as you're alive. There's always something new to experience, because just because you went to Orlando, Florida, at some point in time in your life, does not mean Disney World hasn't changed since then. So it doesn't mean that you went to LA and LA didn't change since the last time you left. Hey, how about that cruise? I'm pretty sure last time you went, they could have been waves. It was raining. But if you go back again, the possibility of it being nice and bright and sunny outside and you don't have to worry about being in your cabin all day or below deck, whatever it might have been. There's always a new experience that you can have. There's always something new you can learn. You haven't read every book that's out there. How long does it take for you to read a book anyway? Understand that, yes, we could look at as many documentaries as we want, as many movies as we want, but a lot of times those things are made from the perspective of entertainment versus a book giving you more of a direct story. It may not be as flamboyant, as colorful, as action-packed as the movie, the film, the short story, the documentary, but because they all have, for the most part, creative licenses. So, read a book. Understand what's going on, in that particular world when you read the book. Read the newspaper. Just because you see it on CNN, MSNBC, things like that, does not necessarily mean that you're getting the right news, stories, the updated information about technology, anything like that. Does not mean that. So how are you going to get out of your comfort zone today? A lot of us live in it. A lot of us revel in it. We need to understand that there is a better us, a better you, a better we, all the way around. So I encourage you today to get out of your comfort zone and do something different. Yes, there is a level of feeling insecure, I should say. There is a level of insecurity. I guess that's where I was trying to go. There is a level of uncertainty. There is a level of self-doubt. Not believing in yourself enough that, hey, my skills can get me to another level. Believing that my connections are not powerful enough to get me to another level. You don't know until you ask, until you speak about it, until you stand up for yourself. So I encourage you today to be a better you. Get out of that comfort zone. Again, the comfort zone is where dreams die. Do not allow yourself to just be a bump on a log who finds yourselves just sitting on the couch all day, every day, sitting in your favorite chair day in and day out. Please take the time to educate yourself, to explore new job opportunities, new career opportunities, new business opportunities. Expand on the one that you currently have. Master that skill. Some people want to be masters of one particular skill. Some want to know a lot of different skills about being master of none. And y'all know how that phrase goes, that saying goes. But make sure that you are efficient enough in what you're trying to achieve. Please be encouraged to go out and conquer and feel good about yourself about conquering anything that you set your mind to. Get out of that comfort zone. Let me tell you, I have been doing this podcast/radio thing for quite some time now. I have, and when I say quite some time, 2 years. But this is the first go around of me doing it by myself. And it's truly getting me out of my comfort zone. It's truly making me feel that I can almost conquer anything. Because I'm sitting here talking about you. A lot of these things I also struggle with. I struggle with getting out of my comfort zone. I understand what my God-given talent is. And in order for me to grow, I have to not only expand upon that, but flourish in those expansions to get myself out of that comfort zone. I feel as though that I know my God-given ability is administration. In that, if I need to go and do public speaking, see, administration is not always out front, in front of the crowd. Sometimes administration is behind the scenes type stuff. I can organize things, put things together, make sure that it's going to run smoothly, give you all the, check boxes. Okay, this is done, that's done, this done, is that done? Here's what the contingency plans are. Here's plan B and C and F and Z. No, I'm pretty good at that. I can do that. But when it's time for me to sit down and to put the work in for myself, sometimes I fall short. And this right here, that on That Will Never Work podcast, is just that, getting out of my comfort zone, putting in the work for myself, understanding that this takes dedication in order for me to achieve things that's above me, beyond me. Getting out of this comfort zone and being able to speak to you every week takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of believing in yourself and understanding that just because I'm doing this and what I'm speaking about, it doesn't mean that it's law. Because I'm only coming from my own viewpoint, my own standpoint. But I'm also coming from a place where I've noticed those that have achieved a lot, and I pay attention to them, even though some people have been in their comfort zone, but they've also had to expand and get out of their comfort zone in order to be even more successful, even more diligent in their work ethic, things like that. Getting out that comfort zone encourages a lot of that. So I encourage you today to get out of your comfort zone. Today, listening to me, again, gets me out of my comfort zone. I could talk to you one-on-one, but to talk to the masses, that's not always easy. And for me to talk to you for over 15 minutes straight is most definitely out of my comfort zone. So I just want all the listeners to know that staying in the comfort zone, that will never work. Tune in. I thank you very much for being grateful and supportive and joyful community of That Will Never Work. And those listeners that listen to my other two podcasts, which are the Neighbors podcast and the No Fruit podcast, which are all listed here on the channel that you're listening to me on right now. We're on the same channels. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr at Chisholm Group. Again, it's at Chisholm Group, ChismGroup. Again, that's ChismGroup. And you can always visit my website, www.chismgroup.net. Again, www.chismgroup.net. Thank you very much, my listeners, and have a great and wonderful day.